Hi, welcome to the channel. My name's Rick. I make videos on KDP, which is my progress through Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing, which is just self-publishing low-content books on Amazon. I started not knowing anything about it, and now I'm 9 months in, and I'd just like to share the progress I've made with you. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel. So this is my earnings video for August, which happened to be my best month so far on KDP. The reason for this is because I finally took the plunge and started doing some advertising. If you watched my last video, I did talk a little bit about it, but basically what happened was I started advertising, but I only used the money I'd earned in previous months from KDP. I decided to put that back into the business, and luckily for me, it did pay off. So I started advertising by putting my money behind a few different books. I was being really careful with it because I didn't have a lot of money to play with, and obviously I was a bit worried about losing the profits that I'd made. But my strategy was to keep my advertising cost quite low, not really put a lot behind the books, but then if they started to do well, then I'd push them a little bit more and see if I could start returning a profit on the investment I was making with those books. So this works with one book in particular. Even when I started to put a little bit of advertising towards it, it just seemed to take off and do quite well, which made me put a little bit more behind it, and I got even more profit back from that. So if you've seen my last video, you've seen that I did show that the book was doing well when the last video was recorded. And now into the earnings for this month. So my earnings for the month of August was $515.35. Now this isn't all profit because, like I said, I did advertise, and I did advertise quite heavily with this one book that made the majority of this money. So for advertising, this book cost me $204.96. So I know that's a lot of money in advertising, but I've still made a profit of $308.41, which I am really happy about. It's the best I've done so far in KDP. If you see my previous videos, you can see the sort of progress that I've been making. And I have been making progress sort of consistently, but this is definitely my best month by far. So the thing I would recommend to anyone watching this who's currently interested in KDP or currently started on KDP is to look into advertising, research it as much as you can. There's plenty of videos on YouTube, but maybe at the start I would recommend doing what I did, because I didn't start advertising straight away because I wanted to see how well my books did organically, and I think this time helped me just because it helped me improve the covers that I was creating. If I look back at my first book to the books I'm creating now, you can see there's a quality difference. And back at the time, I thought the ones that I was creating at the start I put a lot of work into them, and I thought they were really good. But you do tend to just learn what sells, what's worth sort of putting your money behind and seeing whether it will take off. So for that reason, I would recommend that you, look into advertising if you've already been doing this for a little while. Hopefully it'll pay off for you like it did for me. But if you're anything like me, remain cautious. Don't try and advertise every single book. Choose which books you want to advertise. If they don't do well, make sure you're not going over your budget of what you would normally make in a month anyway. If you're just starting out, maybe wait a while and research advertising before you try it. So for this month, I've still been working on my Q4 books that I think will be great gifts around the Christmas time. This is basically what I've been doing all summer. I mainly make colouring books. I do obviously make a lot of other books. I make planners, I make log books, I make notebooks. But for me, it does seem to be my colouring books that sell. Obviously, there's a lot of niche research and keyword research that goes into this as well. I don't just sort of pick books at random. I do look. I use Amazon a lot. Search for Amazon, try and find these niches. I generally look for ones that have under 1,000 search results. I also then go into quite a few of the books and see how well they're selling before creating a book in that niche. I do plan on going more into that in a future video of my exact keyword research. I have a niche research on my channel if you want to check that out. But if you'd like to see the keyword research, I will be posting that soon. So please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that. One thing I can't recommend enough, even if you're starting out with KDP, if you've been on KDP for a while, it's the only thing I actually subscribe and pay to, is Creative Fabrica. You've heard me talk about this in my previous videos. I'll leave a link for it in the description below, and Creative Fabrica is just royalty-free graphics, fonts, all available to use without the worry of copyright issues. It's a great resource. Even if you just sign up for a month, definitely try it out. Like I said, I'll leave a link for that in the description below if you want to try that. So thanks for taking the time to watch this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, I hope you found this useful. I hope it's benefited you in some way, and thank you for watching.